it ain't warm. Here, about to change a high pressure fuel pump out of a 5 Series. I wanted you guys to see the drift car again. Ah, can't wait to get that on the road and drifting. But back to business. We're gonna have to do a 5 Series right now. We're gonna be replacing the high pressure fuel pump. And I'm gonna be doing it on my lunch break, so I don't have that much time. So I'm gonna try to hurry up. All right. Now, this is the BMW 535 GT. I already replaced the low pressure fuel pump, which is located in the back right here. The low pressure fuel pump was actually bad. That's the old one right here. The new one is in there already. It's underneath the seats. I have a video on that job that I did already on that. After and before replacing that low pressure fuel pump, we had diagnosed the vehicle and verified that the EKPS, which is the fuel module, which is that one back there, that's bad. Okay, but you know, I'm still working on the vehicle. I had got a donor here just to try, but the donor is bad also. So plus it has to be programmed to the vehicle. So without that being programmed to the vehicle, the donor is not going to work right, you know, because once it gets to operating temperature, it's going to overheat the donor also. So that's where we're at with the EKPS. But nonetheless, that's a future problem. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the high pressure fuel pump. Okay. Now we've already purchased a new high pressure fuel pump. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the vehicle now. All right. You guys can watch. Whoa, nice camera. Ready. All right. Now that we got that intake air box out, to get to the high pressure fuel pump, it's actually located underneath the intake manifold. So we got to remove the intake manifold to get underneath there. So we're gonna take this charge pipe out that's feeding the throttle body. We're gonna go ahead and remove the 11mm bolts across the top of the actual intake manifold. We're gonna take off the air pressure sensor that's on top of this manifold, and we're gonna start disconnecting some things here to get that off. Before we do all of that per se, I am gonna go to the back of the vehicle and disconnect the battery, because to remove the intake on this one here, the actual the ECM, the DME, is located right here, and that's right underneath the intake manifold. So we're gonna have to definitely disconnect the battery before I'm plugging the DME. Okay. All right. Go ahead and leave this right here. Okay. Now, what I'm gonna do is switch the camera around so we can unplug the DME. I mean damn, where's my 10 millimeter? 3H is gonna have to do for right now. But I know I got a 10 millimeter in here somewhere. I'm not at the shop, so we don't have the shop tools with us right now. We gotta make do with what we have. Holy moly macaroni. Ha! 10 millimeter. The infamous 10 millimeter that always goes missing. It's 10 millimeter. Alrighty then. Now that's done. Sixteenth. Where's the screwdriver? All right, guys, we lost the screwdriver. Oh, I found it. Now I have to get this throttle cable off right here. It's right up the throttle. Oop. I'll pop that out. I need two of my hands, so I'm gonna put you guys down for a second so I can use both of my hands. So right now you don't want to break nothing, so purposely I'm gonna disconnect all these hoses because they're like peanut brittle. And of course BMW would use these peanut brittle lines so that you can break them. You have to buy them. So these lines are going to be really expensive, of course. That's why they make them so delicate. Right. Disconnect that. Disconnect that. Now that line is a lot more loose. So in the back of this connector here, there's a little slide latch that has to come out first. Not that easy to come off, but come on. There we go. Kind of like gotta slide it up while you're unlatching it at the same time. And it's in a really tight spot with all the connectors there. And the way the ground wires around it is very difficult to come off. But as soon as you get that outside connector off, you're usually good to go from there. It's home sweet home. All I gotta do is squeeze these two sides. Come on. Oh, come on. I got it off, guys. Whew. That's tight. All right. Now that we got those off, let me get these. Connector number 1. And what I do is, the first one, I usually put up top. You cannot put the second connector up top. So the second connector, I'll run down below. Like this. Do have to get it out the way right here. So you have more room to play. Third connector. Unplug that bad boy. Right there. There he goes. Get him out the way. Move him to the back. Which way did he go? Which way did he go? Alrighty. Now, regardless of what they tell you, some people are going to tell you that, oh, you got to label the connectors because you can mix them and match them. I can probably almost guarantee you that they are 1,000% correct. You can make the mistake of sticking the connector in the wrong slot. However, they are slotted to go in the right spot, so you just want to be careful, you know? Even though that they are slotted, you want to be careful because you can jam a connector in there in the wrong spot. And you'll be in a little bit of trouble because then you'll have a vehicle that's not going to function correctly at all. All right, now I'm finished taking this off. That dropped down pretty easy. Now, I was supposed to take this hose off by squeezing these 2 tabs right here and getting this out of my way just so I could have more room to play. It would be the safest thing to do right now. So I'm going to try it out anyway because I am pressed for time. And yeah, I got it off. All right. Now move the most delicate, expensive hose out the way, of course. Now we have more access to get the intake manifold off. Okay. Squeeze that connector through real quick. All right. Now that we squeeze that connector through, okay, let me push it all over here so y'all can see what's going on. All right, now we're gonna pull this harness up. We just want to get it out of the way, you know, because there's, you know, these little pin tabs. We just want to get everything out of the way for right now. You know what I mean? Try not to break nothing because these little plastic tabs like to break. So, I mean, personally, I just leave them alone. I don't touch them till I have to, but I know when we take an intake manifold out, they're going to be a pain in the pecker. So we got to get them off. They're annoying as hell, but they got to come off, bro. So stick this flathead underneath there, pop it up, and move it out your way, because you gotta get it out your way. These little plastic things are annoying. But the little plastic thingamajiggies gotta get out your way. They hold the wire harness there. Just stick a little flathead behind it. Like little mysterious little buggers. You don't know how to get them out. You stick a little flathead, pop them up. They pop right out. As soon as you pop them off, they pop right out really easy. But you gotta get them out, because they'll be in the way. All right. Now that you got that out the way, you should be good to go. Get your 11 mil. And that's it. I got my 11 mil. All right. Start from the outside. The high pressure fuel pump is right underneath here. They have like 2 or 3 different models. Let me see here. All right, Houston. We have a small little problem, Houston. Gotta get a different socket. I need a deep socket, and I'm hoping that I did grab one from the shop when I was coming. So hold on, guys. If not, the video is gonna have to be considered. Oh man, I think the 11 mil might be in here. Hopefully. Here, I'll bring it. All right. Looks like there's no 11 mil. Party's not over. We don't have an 11 millimeter, so I gotta get me an 11 mil, and then I'll be able to continue the video. So I'm gonna pause for right now until we can get our hands on an 11, and I'll be back to do that. All right, thank you for tuning in just for fun. I have part 2 up in just a sec. All right, over and out. Thank you for watching.